Hello. If you don't know it, I'm Freeman Hrabowski, president here, and I'm delighted to welcome all of you. I started with the mask. We're doing that to make the obvious point that these masks and social distancing are both so very important. I want to welcome all of you, our faculty, our staff, our students, our alumni, and others who may be friends who are joining us here. It is significant that we decided to make this statement, these statements here at the forum, this piece of lovely sculpture, because the forum is built to build community, to give us an opportunity to talk about the big ideas, and to appreciate our connecting through the arts to each other. This is a challenging time, we know that. At the same time, it's an inspiring time. We have seen our colleagues working so hard to help students. We've seen students working very hard to do all they can to succeed and to also tell us things we need to think about in the coming period, and we appreciate all of that. We believe in listening. We say that a lot. But most important, I want you to think about the significance of resilience and grit and community. What is so important as we are beginning this new year, many remotely, online, a few on campus, is that we are connected, that we are going to be doing everything we can to give you support in so many ways. And I want to thank all of the leadership of the campus, our student leaders, our faculty and staff leaders, the alumni leaders, and the vice presidents and the deans for all that all of you have been doing to prepare us for this year, to make this experience as special as possible. Finally, I want us to think about all that the entire community is doing during this pandemic. Later on, you'll be hearing about some of the wonderful work of our faculty and staff, but think about our alumni, because the students are doing things in communities. Our alumni are at the national level making a big difference, from the Surgeon General to the Health Commissioner of Baltimore City, from Caitlin Sattler, Dr. Caitlin Sattler, who is at the NIH, and she's leading the study on the asymptomatic patients, coming out of Frederick, Maryland to UMBC and on to get a PhD and postdoc. Look at her TED Talk, very inspiring. And then finally to someone very special, Kizzmekia Corbett. You've heard that name. She is leading the effort for the vaccine at Moderna. And so we can honestly say that our alumni are helping in so many ways, including doing things that will save millions of lives. And so I want us to feel inspired. We can do this. Resilience and grit and community. Again, welcome.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Philip Rous, and I have the great honor and privilege of being UMBC's provost, and to welcome you to our community of inquiring minds. First of all, I want to thank each and every one of you for joining us today and for your commitment to the continuing strength of our community, even when we cannot all be together on campus. I want to take this opportunity to express my gratitude to our outstanding faculty and staff who have committed so much time and energy to prepare for the fall semester, including the hundreds of faculty, staff and students that have been involved in planning for instructional variety for online teaching, our Pivot program, the teaching and learning professional development opportunities offered by the Faculty Development Center and within each college, and of course the support offered to our students by the Academic Success Center. We all recognize both the professional and personal challenges that each of you has faced, and that despite those challenges, the incredible dedication that you have shown to our community and to our students. We advance knowledge, economic prosperity, and social justice by welcoming and inspiring inquisitive minds from all backgrounds. The hallmarks of the UMBC student experience, including innovative, collaborative, and interdisciplinary instruction and learning, mentoring, career building, and student organizations and social life, will continue to be available to students, whether those experiences happen on campus or virtually. You will shortly hear from Vice President of Research, Carl Steiner, about how our faculty and students are involved in research and creative activity addressing the COVID-19 pandemic and its impacts on our communities. I do want to say right now that UMBC faculty in all 3 of our colleges have received prestigious FAST Grant and NSF Rapid Research Awards to jumpstart highly relevant research projects, and that the Hilltop Institute at UMBC is providing important data and analysis and operations support to assist Maryland Medicaid program in responding to the pandemic. Finally, I would like to recognize Professor Lucy Wilson, Professor of Emergency Health Services, who authored the National Governors Association Recovery Plan and who has provided countless hours of service to UMBC and the University System of Maryland as an advisor on public health measures to protect students, faculty, and staff, and our surrounding communities. And finally, I'd like to thank you all for everything that you continue to do to support and enhance our noble mission and vision. Thank you so much.
Good morning, everybody. I am Lynne Schaefer, Vice President for Administration and Finance, and can I say I miss you? But I'm so glad that we can all come together for this virtual joy in celebrating the opening of our fall semester. So it might be cliche to say that we've never faced anything like this before, either on campus or in higher education or even in the world as a whole. But I truly believe that UMBC is uniquely positioned to respond effectively and to do this safely as a community working together. So we have a long history of caring about each other, supporting each other, and coming together to solve really sticky problems. I deeply appreciate the hundreds of faculty, staff, and students who've come together to plan for and execute the fall semester starting next week. Oh my goodness. So I want to especially thank, and I think the President Hrabowski and Provost Rous will want to thank the folks who have led 5 important focus areas, work groups in the fall planning. That's academics, research, students, health and well-being, events and engagement, and finally operations. So they've done an outstanding job, as have all the members of their subgroups. So along with UMBC's core values, 2 principles have guided our planning. The first one is supporting the health and safety of our community, every member of our community. And the second is providing academic continuity. We're also trying our very best to meet the different needs of every member of our community, understanding that everybody's challenges are unique, everybody's challenges are different. So we're all too aware that as the pandemic evolves, so must our plans. And our success in carrying out some of the plans that have been put before you is in the hands of each of us and all of us together. For those of you who will be working on campus or studying on campus or learning on campus, we have already sent out a lot of information about testing, monitoring your symptoms, wearing face masks or social distancing to the greatest extent as possible. All of those things are essential to us being safe and being able to continue the vital activities that we've planned for campus. For those of you who will be studying, learning, working remotely, the same thing applies. So we strongly encourage you to practice those health and safety practices that I just mentioned to protect your own health and safety and the health and safety of our broader community. So while we have many fiscal and operational challenges looking forward to the fall, I know this community is ready to handle them and to handle them together. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you to all of you and welcome.